Now I know what you're thinking. That title's not clickbait. Buckle the fuck up, people, because today is a weird one. This is all a true story. All of this actually happened. Now this all started with a man named Dr. John Lilly. Dr. Lilly began researching dolphins in the mid-1950s. Through his research, he discovered that dolphins were very intelligent, contrary to what people thought at the time. He also claimed that dolphins had advanced forms of communications that were similar to human languages. He wrote a book on it, and it was read by none other than Carl Sagan. He reads it, and begins to ponder about space, as Carl Sagan always does. He then comes up with the idea that if we could speak to a species as different as dolphins, maybe we could figure out how to communicate with extraterrestrial life as well. Sagan then calls a meeting between Dr. Lilly, SETI, aka the Search for Extraterrestrial Life, and NASA. Dr. Lilly convinces NASA to give him a fuck ton of money to try to talk to dolphins. Lilly uses the money to get 3 dolphins and to set up a laboratory in St. Thomas in the Caribbean. He then tries to teach the dolphins English. One sentence into the actual study, and there's already a problem. Sagan said to communicate with the dolphins, not to try to teach them English. We're going to focus on one dolphin in particular today. His name is Peter, and you're about to learn why that's really ironic. A female researcher named Margaret Howe Lovett was assigned to try to teach Peter English. She became very attached to Peter and basically lived with him. She began to try to teach this dolphin the English language, and according to Lovett, the dolphin actually made progress on saying the statement, "Hello, Margaret." This was later theorized to be just mimicking human speech, rather than understanding it. Here's where shit starts to take a really weird turn, if trying to teach dolphins English isn't weird enough for you. The dolphin starts being sexually aggressive towards Margaret, rubbing up against her legs and even humping her. The solution to this was to put him in the tank with the other 2 dolphins, because they were female. Eventually, Peter became less concerned with learning and more concerned with fucking, as is normally what happens with humans around high school age. Because Peter is a big-ass dolphin, Margaret eventually gets tired of getting a team to haul him back and forth between tanks. She then just starts jerking him off whenever he gets too horny to focus. She claims it wasn't sexual, but I think anybody who got caught masturbating a dolphin would say that regardless of the situation. Is that weird enough for you? Nope, me neither. Okay, cool, it gets way worse. One fateful night, Dr. John Lilly goes to a party where he consumes LSD. In this moment, he gets the genius idea to give dolphins acid and then take acid himself, go in the tank with them, and try to talk to them. A couple days later, Dr. Lilly goes to the lab, already tripping sack on LSD, and goes to see Peter. When he tells Margaret about his plan, she's less than enthusiastic about giving Peter LSD. Dr. Lilly could give less of a shit though, and he's like, "Listen up, this is my lab and my dolphin, I'm gonna do it. Also, if you get to jerk the dolphin off, I should be able to give it acid." So Dr. Lilly is in the tank with Peter, and he injects him with acid. Unsurprisingly, the dolphin begins to act strangely. It swims up to Dr. Lilly and looks him straight in the eye. It was at this point that Dr. Lilly got the sense that this was about something much more than just talking. It was about a higher level of communication than that, something almost ethereal in nature, and almost telepathic communication that all species could share. That, or he had just taken way too much acid, and he was personifying the behavior of a drugged-out dolphin way too much. Could you imagine what Margaret was seeing during all of this?
"He looked at me, Margaret! He looked at me in my eyes! Do you know what this means? It means I'm having a telepathic conversation with this dolphin!"
I'm not sure if that's exactly what's happening.
Shut up, marine mammal masturbator!
Somehow, the magazine Hustler, which for all you kiddos is like Pornhub, but it's made out of trees, hears about Margaret jerking off the dolphin. So they're like, fuck it, now's as good a time as any to invent furry porn, and they wrote up the story. So eventually, some guy working at NASA was giving himself the Margaret Marine Mammal treatment to a Hustler magazine when he had a realization.
"Dear God, this dolphin porn I'm masturbating to was funded with my money!"
NASA revoked its funding, and the lab was shut down in 1966. Peter the dolphin was moved to a shitty lab with a small tank, and his heart was shattered because he truly loved Margaret, even though that bitch constantly snubbed him at every opportunity, saying it was non-sexual. Eventually, he just took his last breath, sank to the bottom of the tank, and purposefully stayed there until he drowned. Thus, closing the chapter on the weirdest and saddest study that NASA has ever funded. Well, that's depressing as fuck, so I thought I'd throw in another little mini-story. In a different study, they gave some male octopuses MDMA and put them in a tank together, and instead of just murdering each other like they usually do, they actually became friendly and began cooperating. If the pair was male-female, they'd immediately start to aggressively fuck each other. Needless to say, octopuses react to MDMA exactly like edgy emo teenagers at raves. The moral of the story is, don't pay your taxes, it's just gonna go to funding dolphin porn. Also, you should only give animals drugs for science, and not just for fun. Okay, bye.